What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at baby Schmeichel, and as you can tell, we've had no content at 6 p.m. bar from a BPL objective player. Personally, there's no point covering that. I feel like for me that would just be a waste of a video, so I'm going to bring you another player review. Baby Schmeichel, obviously one of the most iconic keepers that we have seen in the game. Personally, for my club, one of the best keepers we've had. And to be honest, we've been very fortunate in the past few years with incredible keepers. So Peter Schmeichel is coming out. He has got an 86, which is obviously this version. He then gets a whopping 4 upgrade for his mid, and then a 2 upgrade for his prime, and then obviously hopefully one more for the prime moment. Obviously, that is under wraps with if everybody's getting a prime moment, or again, is it a select few? We will find out. Basically, that's happening, I think, in January, February time. So we will be covering all of that a lot quicker than we have done with these icons. But like I try and say with the keepers, I try and keep it short and sweet. So there isn't as many stats to go over and really much to go about in game. So we will keep it short and sweet for most keepers. He's currently costing at 135. That's taking the price from the weekend league kind of influx, and 138 on the PlayStation. You probably midweek, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday can pick him up for probably about 128, 130 at a kind of higher price. So you've always got to take that into consideration when you buy icons. Personally, like I've been taking advice from Run the Foot Market, Nick, you will basically want to get most of your icons on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when it's kind of the more deader periods of the game. Thursday for rewards, Friday are when they really fly. Saturday, I've personally not had a real in to do with them, so we will see tomorrow, obviously, if they are going for a little bit more higher than normal. And then obviously Sunday, it depends on where you're going. Late Sunday, you may be able to pick a few buy-offs, or sell-offs, in fact. And then that's really it. Personally, I would pay 128 for him to 130. I probably wouldn't go as far as 135, 140. I feel like for a keeper that relatively is a lower rated icon, or probably one of the lowest, I'd be looking at a very nice steal for him. The only thing that realistically he does for a team is be able to link 2 centre-backs together, which means that obviously you can go ahead and purchase like a Van Dijk and a Ramos, or a Van Dijk and a Lenglet Umtiti, and then just kind of split them off with that sort of hybrid. And that's probably one of the best things you can do with these icon keepers. Obviously, with Van Dijk, you could go ahead and get Alisson and link him that way and go get Eder Militao. That works just as fine. So it all depends on what you want, really. Looking at his stats, though, let's have a look. He is a 6'4" keeper. He's a medium in the work rates, which have no problems with that keeper. I don't find him running up front or kind of just settling too far back in my defence. I find him right between the nets, which is always good. Looking at a few of his stats, though. 52 speed, which is kind of average for a keeper. I think when he gets up to a 92, he kind of keeps really he kind of stays the same, really. So obviously speed wise, he was never known as the kind of reflex keeper. I think that for me is more the kind of De Gea's, the maybe Courtois. I've not personally checked his, but I know De Gea for one has quite a decent speed, the same as Lloris. They're very, very good and agile keepers. Schmeichel is more of a shot stopper, and I found that that was actually really good for him. He was good on the one-on-ones, really good at making himself get out quite quick, and then it's just mainly down to if he's lucky enough, if you do know how to move the keeper, he's relatively decent at that if you guess it the right way. You've got to time it right with that, though. I feel like that's kind of out of the keeper's hands. It's more about the timing. If you go too early, he's going to see it straight away, and once you've done it once, then you've got to kind of play that bluffing game. Are you going to do it? Is he going to wait to shoot? And really time that kind of... And it can win games. It really can win games. 89 reflexes, like I say, very, very good shot stopper. Kicking wise was relatively fine, 82, 81 handling, 85 diving, and 81 positioning. If he was to keep the basic chem style on him, he'd have 99 reflex, 95 diving, 91 handling, as well as positioning, 53 speed, and a 92 kicking. That is incredible. Like, that genuinely is perfectly fine stats. And for me, I was quite happy with him. Is he worth the 135? That's kind of what we're kind of here to decide and see. Is he really worth the hype and really worth being that icon keeper? For me, I would probably stay clear of him. Personally, if you're going to invest in a really, really high rated or at least icon keeper, I personally would be looking at Van der Sar. I've heard personally Yashin's quite good, so I will be trying him out very soon because at the minute I'm really happy with ter Stegen. He costs around about 30 to 40k and I feel like he's probably one of the best on the game. Van der Sar was definitely up there. I think he, out of drafts, was the best draft keeper I've used. So take that with what you will. We will be using all of these keepers and kind of making our mind up later on down the line. Probably near Team of the Year, we'll look at really what is the best team, what is the best positions the players have used in each position, and can you make a hybrid out of them. So for me, Schmeichel, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10 for the FUT Champs. Personally, I feel like he would be relatively decent in FUT Champs. I think most keepers technically are at the minute. I don't think there's a massive gap between the higher rated keepers between each other to say that one is absolutely extraordinary compared to the others. 7 out of 10 overall and a 6 out of 10 for the value for coins. Personally, Van der Sar is better for me. Yashin, like I say, I haven't used, so I can't really comment too much on him. But I do think he is in the mix of like the Lloris, them sort of keepers. Ederson was very, very similar, and I think Schmeichel may have a little bit of an edge over them. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you want to subscribe down below, that is always incredible as well. We're going to be starting up a second channel if you are here, so stay tuned for that. That should be more coming either later on tonight or tomorrow morning. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you go down below and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.